What's up, man? Sometimes my stream deck freezes and I have to reopen it, and then I can't talk in that time until I turn on the mic. Yeah, what's up, guys? It's okay, I got it running though. What's up, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Back on the grinds. I don't know if you guys saw what I was doing about 7 hours ago. Oh, we have to do this level. But, hey, we hit. We got some good hits. You guys are familiar with the star forcing in my chat room. Well, I did it for real. I did it for real, and I actually got some 22s. Now I just have one left. I had 3 22s I needed to get, and now I have 1 22 I need to get. So, I'd say that's a good deal. One of my viewers myself? What do you mean? Well, everyone, regardless of who they are, they count as their own viewer. Like, no matter what stream you're in, you count as your own viewer. Generally. Assuming you have the stream open. I don't even have the stream open, so I guess not even true in this case. Oh yeah, by the way, since we have only subs here, I should mention that if you link your Discord to your Twitch channel, you can join the sub-only Discord. And do that during your sub tenure, because once your sub runs out, you will still be in there, but you will not be able to talk in the other channels except for the non-sub channels. Or channel, I should say. So you'll still be in there, it's just you won't have access to all the other channels. Just link to your Discord. Well, all you have to do is connect and get in there. I think, yeah. You should know how to do that, then. That hot dog kind of looked like a sub sandwich from an angle. That's why I remembered that. And my Discord, my profile image is a meatball marinara footlong, you know, to represent the subs, right? Or a couple of meatball marinara footlongs because you know, multiple subs, right? How do you join? It's in integrations. Exclamation mark Discord. Let's see if I can do this. So I'm not doing those at the moment. Ignore the second part. I've been way too busy for that. You'll figure it out. But yeah, if you have your Twitch and your Discord linked already, there should be an option to join all servers that you're subbed to or that have sub only, not just mine, all of them. Pretty sure it's in like the user settings when you go into like options and stuff. Good luck on the games for the Star Force. Okay, so you go into your user settings, you know, the gear, and then you can go to connections in the user settings on the connections tab, and then you click yeah, and then you click Twitch. Well, I'm just gonna say this for everyone else, and then it should list you all the servers that that you're in, and you just join. I mean, the servers that you can join, it should list you them. Oh, did I accidentally time you out? Okay. I think I accidentally hit the timeout button when I meant to not do that. No, I was grabbing the window and I hit something. Wow, that's a really slippery thing. That's a really slippery new thing that I have there. I promise I didn't mean to do that. I looked up and I was like, D-Steve's timed you out? I was like, wait, what? Usually it's the bot that times people out, but no. I was grabbing the window and apparently I accidentally hit the timeout for 1 second button. I have I'm using a new chat interface thing. I have history, hyperlink, shoutout, translate, timeout 1 second, timeout 10 minute, ban, reply, copy, and more as quick actions. And I think I hit the timeout 1 second button on accident when I was grabbing the UI. My B. channels are sub only. All of them except the one that says non-sub. They're non-subs, so all of them are sub only. It's my sub only Discord after all. I think it gives you a grace period of 30 days if you don't sub in time to resub. Why am I just standing still here? Yeah, the server still is growing, you know. I just woke up from a nap, by the way. I'm still reorienting myself with reality here. Of the stream name? Oh yeah. It's gonna be like really, really hot in like a week. I'm looking at the weather here, hold on. Let's see what we have popped up. I'm already just like trying to pre-sip some water here. It's gonna be 100 on the 10th. I'm in 102 on the 11th. So we're already into summer season here. But no, how's it going? I did my Star Force thing earlier today, and I only have one thing left now. I had 3 things left, now I just have 1 thing left. And then I'm out of Star Force Hell. So actually good RNG today, but I ran out of money. So. Oh yeah. Ooh, a new person steps up to the plate. Good luck. Racefire is not live. He's not usually live at this time. He's usually live at 5:30 p.m. Pacific to 9:30. Not midnight. Yeah, how's it going? Yeah, I usually take over the slot after he does. Although, I did take a nap for longer than I anticipated. And then I woke up at like 11. It's okay, I got raided by him yesterday, so it's not a big deal. Fine, what about me? I'm doing good. Although, you know, I do wish that the Switch 2 was cheaper. I will say that. So we're grinding out here. Oh. You could potentially get a Aura raid, to be fair. Could I? How so? I haven't gotten a raid from him in like a year. Also, doesn't he like end his stream at like 5 a.m.? I'm like offline by then. I think he's ending at in maybe 2 hours, since his schedule says he's ending at 10 a.m. Well, that's it. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I usually don't end my stream at the same time. I'm usually not live at the end of this stream. Pretty cold up there. Meanwhile, it's gonna be like 100 on the 10th over here. Been rated by him twice when you stream in the somewhat early morning, midday. You have a chance to get rated by him. Nice. What exactly is that channel point reward? What channel point reward? Oh, my Gamba thing? It's just a fun little mini game. Basically, you just try to hit 22. That's the goal. Basically, you gotta just do it over and over again, and eventually you get up to like 15, and then things start to get real. Like 0 to 15 is kind of like tutorial baby mode. But once you're past that and you straight shoot to 22. You should not spam, right? Oh, I don't mind. I can see chat on screen. as everyone else can, so it's like, it's not a big deal. I have it filtered out so that DSteve's bots messages don't show up on the screen. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's all good. Those commands are like super old, by the way. I was gonna get rid of the commands command because they're kind of irrelevant. It's a nice 63 out right now. Yeah, I never even did a 99 live speedrun. I just had that command because Ray's was doing it. Both of us introduced the speedrun on speedrun.com. I was just, I guess, promoting it at the time. I don't know, I made that command like 3 years ago. What is drop boom? You'll find out when you get to S15. Or I guess S16 for drop. Also old, as you can see, I prepared that in 2022. What's the maximum? You can get to 25, but the goal is 22. But it's literally like nigh impossible to get to 25. Although we have had people get to 23, so the chance of succeeding, like from 15 to 22 is universally, like, by each step, like 30%. Somewhere around 30%, a little bit above 30%. But when you go from 22 to 23, it drops to 3%. And when you try to go from 23 to 24, it drops to 2%. And when you go from 24 to 25, it drops to 1%. Let's just say we've had 5 people out of like the 60 people who have tried this. Yeah, command doesn't work. 5 people hit 23. I get to S25 hours played reveal. I mean, even if that happened, probably no, but, I mean, you can still try for it. I could make that a thing, you know, if I hit partner. I could make it so that if someone also hits S25, you know, I could, I would reveal it. Although I already have it so that if someone does hit 100,000 channel points instead of 10 million, I'll reveal. So it's probably easier to do that. I do still want to become a partner. Do I have an estimate? I mean, I would just go, I would extrapolate based on, let's say I haven't hit 999 yet, or I have hit 9999, I mean, I would extrapolate based on that date. Or tell you, like, the day I hit 9999. What do I have to do to get partner? I need 75 average viewers. That's basically the last requirement. I have everything else. That's literally the hardest requirement, too. Raids count, though. They finally count. So if I just get a bunch of raids that are big, and I don't stream on days where I don't get raided, then essentially I could hit partner. But it's gonna be a problem doing that, with what I'm doing for, you know, this challenge of streaming every day. You need to maintain the requirements before you hit partner to hit partner. So you need to have that for like 2 months. So once you hit it, you know, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Struggling already? It happens to the best of us. What is the raid minimum I've set? Like 10? I mean, you can still raid me. It's just I won't have the message pop up that you raided me if I have less than 10 people come in from the raid. You would have no way of getting partner for now, at least. You know how hard it is to hit partner? There are like 7 million affiliates, and there are 60,000 partners. So, or I think now 70,000-ish. So you literally have to be in the top 1%. It's no easy feat. What extra stuff do you get from being partner anyway? Well, if you go to TwitchCon, you can go to the partner lounge. Then you just have easier time getting like sponsorship deals, and more people. Like it's also like a status thing. More people, more partners usually are more likely to like, you know, collaborate with you and raid you if you are a partner. As you know, it's a status thing. I've seen it. I've seen people that I you know follow only raid other partners, for example. Which, you know, I don't support that practice, but it is what it is. Also, you have better splits on your income. Like, I think you can get up to like a 70-30 versus a 50-50 for subs and bits. Or not bits, bits you get all of it. But yeah, subs. I don't remember if ad revenue you get a better split or not. I don't think you do. I think it's just subs. But that's only if you hit Partner Plus. You don't know how to raid on mobile? It's /raid in the chat, and then the person. This is an automatic level, apparently. We'll just let the auto play while I drink some water. But yeah, in terms of the gamble thing you're doing, once you hit 15, that's when the real fun starts. That's when the suffering begins. As people have experienced here. How do you chat? What? What do you mean? How do you chat in your own stream? Oh, are you a streamer? You just I mean, if you're on the mobile app, you just go to you hit the Twitch button. I mean, you hit the Twitch app. You go to profile. You go to my channel. You go to chat, and then blah, blah, blah. There, I just did it on my phone. So again, it's like you go to Twitch. I'm assuming you're trying to figure this out on mobile. You go to Twitch. You go to profile. At the bottom right. And speak Japanese, Chinese. No, that's just gibberish. But yeah, and then once you're up your profile, you hit the chat room button, or I think it says my channel. It should be one of the options, and then from there you can go to the rightmost tab, and then it says chat, and then you hit that button, and then you see your chat room, and then you can type whatever. Once you're at 12, you start to see the success rate drop more and more and more there. But it goes down to like 30% once you're at like 14. And then it's basically there until you hit 22. In which it will drop even further to 3% all of a sudden. Those are the actual percentages from the actual source game, so that's where that whole system comes in from. Yeah, go for it. I don't care if people spam it. I mean, I can see chat still, so... Chat is on the screen. Yeah, I don't mind if people spam it. These Steve's bots chats don't show up on, the screen. Nor does Creative Bots. It is. It's fun to see who is the luckiest in my chat room. Also, it's more engagement. I need more engagement sometimes. Oh, welcome to 15 zone. I feel like I have to explain this every single time it happens, so I'll just say this before it happens. When you get to 17, and you drop's going to be the new mechanic. Keith says there's a problem starting the raid. Are you trying to raid me when you're offline? And it's not how that works. Do you know what raiding is? You're online? Oh, gotcha. I don't know. I might have excluded it so that if there's only like one chatter or like one person, up to like, I don't know, like 2 or 3 people, you might not be able to raid. I'm not sure. You gotta be @ sign? No. I said that the message, the raid message would pop up if there were 10 or more viewers. Not necessarily that you can't raid me if you have less than 10 viewers. Although I'd have to double check that. Because I'm pretty sure you can toggle that. Both things. I could double check and see if it's both. I don't remember how to check though. Raid. Oh, I do have the minimum number set. Yeah, I'll change it down to 5. Okay. There, now you can raid me if you have 5 or more viewers. Okay, so, yeah, I was gonna explain the whole 116 part, but then I got sidetracked. So, okay, what that means is, you're at state 16, but you dropped once, it's the pity system. So if you drop 2 times in a row, you go down to 215, and then you get a 100% chance to go back up to 16. That's what that means. Yeah, I should have, I mean, I was trying to explain that, but I got sidetracked. So, it's not that you hit, like, you know, you got a big state there. I should, like, put, like, a hyphen or something. Basically, you, since you succeeded, you broke the 2 fail streak, so you're back into the regular 017 state. Yeah, it's an interesting state machine, but like it's kind of it is what it is. So you will never return back to 16. You'll go to 116. So you drop twice. So that means you're at 215 now. It's keeping track of the number of times you dropped in a row. And now pay attention to what happens next. You are guaranteed a 100% chance to go back up to 16. In your next, redemption. So that's how that works. Notice that doesn't apply when you're at 16, because when you're at 15, 15 is a checkpoint, so therefore there's no need to have the 100 and 200 level system. Rated a random person? Nice. Random person was you? Were you even live? I changed my min raids to be 5, so yeah, you can raid with 5 people now instead of 10. Oh, you went live 10 minutes ago? Nice. I don't know how long I'll be live for, but we'll see. So in terms of the star forcing, oh, nice 17. In terms of the star forcing, there's going to be a 30% off event, which I can try to get that dang tape, which is the last item I need, to 22, but it's like a 45% chance of hitting, so I don't know, man. What happens now? You keep going to 22? Trust me, it's a grind. If you want to know the stats, the median number of redemptions to hit 22 is about 280-ish, and the average is 380. So, you know, see if you're under the, you know, see if you can beat the odds, basically. Show me how lucky you really are. Whatever happened to Red Falcon? What do you mean? Isn't he still on YouTube? I don't think he streams on Twitch. Does he even play the game anymore? I don't know. I know he does a lot of Mario Kart stuff, and like Mario Party Jamboree and other games, but I don't think he really like mains Mario or Mario Maker all that much. He did ask me for help one time. He wanted me to find the worst levels in the game, similar to Ray's, so I gave him the list. Actually, I gave Ray's the list, and he gave Ray's gave Red Falcon the list, and yeah, they just kind of, you know, it was pretty cool. Are you sure that the bot won't crash? My bot? Nah, it's fine. It's coded in Java. It can handle a lot of traffic. Trust me, it's fine. It's a computer program that's running it that I coded. I mean, I've seen like I don't know, like up to like 5 to 10 people do it simultaneously after a raid before. So it can handle all of that. And keep track of all you guys at the same time. The only time it doesn't work is if I lose like internet or something. Only 15 and 16? Yeah, welcome to the suffering. If you watched my 15-minute stream that I did earlier today, you can see how how my star forcing session went. Rage. A nice 18. I will say 20 is the next checkpoint. So once you get to 20, you won't drop, but the chance of booming gets a little bit higher. Let's just say that. Like, yeah, expect the suffering. See, hey, you went back to 18. But yeah, like I said, it's the bottom 2 digits that are the important ones. Where's this level? I gotta skip it. But yeah, you hit 20. Ooh, you hit 19. You're getting close. You hit 20, then you're only 2 away. Then it's do or die. We're not quite. Yep, the system coming in hot. So yeah, if you're curious, it's based on... You see this game over here? Yeah, this one. The whole Star Force system is based on this little game here. And look at all my 22 starred items that I got. Okay, this one's 20, but I can't get up to 22. Everything I own is 22 stars, and I have to do that very system you're doing right now. Except for this item, you're not supposed to get that to 22. Everything is 22 except for one final item, which is this cape. This is 17. I need to get it to 22. I just don't have the money. There's my money. So I need to go farm money, which is why I do bosses weekly. So yeah, I just need to get that dang cape to 22. I'm out of Star Force, so. Ooh, last time I looked over, you were at 19. Now you're at 15. What happened? Uh-oh. Wait, I took the exact percentages from that game, and I integrated it into my own little Gamba system. Even the pity system, as you can see there. Yeah, I accounted for it. Again, commands don't really do all that much. Oh no! Okay, so here's what happens when your item booms. You have to... so in the actual video game, your item blows up, and then you have to go get a replacement. And then you go back to S12. I simulated that by just timing you out in chat for a minute whenever you blow up. It's part of a minigame. You know, we got to make you suffer some way. Yeah, I made an overlay for that like years ago. Yeah, I'm also a programmer, as you can tell. Welcome back. But yeah, let's just say when you get to 20, it's do or die mode, because the chance to boom goes triples basically when you get to 20, and you can't drop back to 19, but you can still boom. But yeah, 20 is essentially a checkpoint. It's do or die, like I said. Getting to 22. Or 23 if you're trying to go for 23. Again, the system goes up to 25 in this game. But no one in the server except for one person has hit a 25 on their pants. So, like, damn, yeah. They're just lucky. They're built different in terms of luck. Who's that one person? I don't remember who it is, but they super megaphoned their item to show it off that they had 25 stars, which means they played it to the entire server. And you can click on the item and then you can see that it was in fact 25 starred out of 25. They're actually revamping the system in like 6 months apparently. It's in like the test server where you won't drop anymore, but the chance to boom goes up and you can go up to 30 stars. So it's gonna be something. I already wrote the code to simulate that, but I haven't implemented it into the chat yet. PLZ. I mean, I could. I know how to solve this puzzle. You just go underneath. I'm gonna go get some sleep, guy. Glad you got to hang out. Keep up the grinds. Good night. Yo, thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. Have a good one. I'm telling you, man, it's suffering. I literally had it as my stream title for when I was doing the real Star Force. That I was, I was doing a little bit of suffering, because that's what it is in the game. You go do bosses, and then you farm up like 20-something bill a week, or at least I do. And I try to get it done pretty quickly, so I try to speed through it. It usually takes me about, now I guess, 7 hours to do bosses every week. And it's only a once-a-week thing I can, in which I need to do bosses. So it's not that bad. It was a lot worse, but now it takes a lot less time, which is good. But yeah, I get about 20 bill a week, and then I can spend that on Star Force. So you know how it's one channel point here? It's a bunch of varying costs based on how far, based on a formula, based on your level item. I mean, the item of your level. I mean, level of your item. Sorry, and how many stars it currently has. And it gets more and more expensive as you are farther in the Star Force system. So kind of hard to program in terms of a channel point cost thing. One way to mitigate that is I could make it so that I could change the channel point thing to make it so that you instead get, in-game currency, so like Mesos, and then then you can gamble with your currency. That would be one way to tackle that. I just haven't gotten around to that, but I could do something like that. But yeah, it would make the Gamba system a bit more complicated. We're approaching 34k left, or 966k total. We're almost at the 1/3 mark since I started the countdown. Just goes to show how close we actually are to hitting 1 mil. Gonna think about the Switch 2? Way too expensive. Way too expensive. That's my first thought. Other than that, it looks good. I mean, if I can't even have the thing, that would be an issue. But yeah, where I live, it's gonna cost, well, taxes are like 8.6%, which means if I go for the $500 bundle, that's gonna cost another $43 after that. That's $543 for a console. After taxes. It's like, oh my god. Well, in terms of the presentation itself, it looks good. Mario Kart looks amazing. Looking forward to Kirby Air Riders. GameCube seems dope. F-Zero online would be amazing. OLED was the same price? I don't know, I didn't get an OLED. I have the original Switch, and then I have a Switch Lite. I don't need a third Switch though. My third Switch is gonna be the Switch 2. I'm gonna have 3 Switches then, I guess. Got the OLED, nice. Was it worth it? The thing is, I feel like the OLED appeals to all the the graphics heads, you know, those guys that love amazing graphics and all that. And I just I'm playing Mario Maker. I don't really care all that much. For Switch, gotcha. My main Switch, you know, I never physically touch, while my Switch Lite is like my cozy Switch that I do when I'm not streaming. I had to get 2 Switches because my first one broke when I accidentally dropped it, and I was putting it in the repairs, and I still wanted to stream. I mean, not stream, I still wanted to play Mario. So I got a Switch Lite during my move. Difference is minimal, but it does look a bit better. Yep. But the question is that worth the extra cost? Think they won't reduce the price. It might not make sense for them to sell it less than a previous model. Well, I mean, they're going to potentially increase the price with the tariffs, so that'll be fun. We don't know yet, though. We know that literally the tariffs do matter because that's why they are delaying pre-orders for the Switch 2. Because of the tariffs, yeah. Gonna mess with pre-orders a little bit. I don't know if that affects the other countries, but like if that affects their pre-orders or not, since we're like, where the U.S. is like the biggest, you know, overseas consumer. But yeah, it definitely, I think might have an impact worldwide. I'm not sure. It's gonna make a lot of people not like our president, which already a lot of people don't like our president. Yeah. I go on vacation and buy it. Yeah, but the problem with that is, um, vacation also costs money. So the amount you're saving to go on vacation, yeah, yeah, it's just, I don't think that's gonna work. You could go to Japan and pick up the Switch 2 for $343. However, it's region locked and language locked. So, you're not gonna get good, you know, you're probably not gonna be able to enjoy too many games. Unless, you know the language. Why they do that? For that very reason, to prevent people from just going overseas to get it. To make life miserable for overseas people. It costs like nearly $450 worldwide though. For every other location, like, you know, you think Australia, like the UK, Canada, for example, three of the other like most major consumers. Germany, you look at their you know, USD to their currency conversion rates, and yeah, it's all about the same. 450-ish, you know, with slight variations, I guess, based on taxes and all that. But yeah, when I buy this thing, I'm gonna like not have any extra money outside, you know, me paying my bills. For, you know, a little bit, for a little while. My budget is gonna be kaput. Like, I might even need to dig into my savings. I really don't want to do, but, you know. It is a once in an 8-year event. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna go to TwitchCon or like do any cons or anything like that this year just because of the Switch 2 pricing. I feel like I'm not also the only one with that same you know, thing. Yeah, budget time exactly. I mean, when I buy the Switch 2, I'm just gonna have one game. I'm just gonna have Mario Kart for like a couple months. And that's gonna be my one game. It's gonna be mainly a Switch 1 player plus Mario Kart. Until I build up enough money to buy more games on it. Be nice if they gave us more free stuff though that comes with the console. My god, what the hell? All their accessories also cost like $1 billion. Even the tech demo costs money, which is a stupid idea. Yeah, the tech demo should be free. I feel like someone at Nintendo got a little bit too greedy. Like, you know, their marketing team got a little bit too greedy. What was the Switch 1's price at release? Wasn't it like $299 or something? 300? Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I understand that it's like a much more powerful Switch, but like the Switch 1 was so good. Like for its pricing. You could actually get games. Yeah, with that extra 150, or I guess 200 if we count the you know, if we count the Switch 2 bundle, you could have picked up like 4 games almost. Um, 4 $50 games using the voucher system. Well, $60 games with the voucher system, reduced to 50, and the console for 500. But now games cost $80 each, so yep. So let's say you have $1,000, right? To budget, and you want to get a bunch of $50, or I mean, you want to get a bunch of regular price games on the Switch 1 versus the Switch 2. The Switch 1, you can get the console, that's 300, and then the remaining $700 can go to games. And you'd get like, you know, 11 games, or actually 14 games. It's way too much, and it will be more expensive because of Trump. Oh yeah. Yeah, those $700, you can buy 7 sets of vouchers, and you can get 14 games that would usually be $60 each, but they would be reduced to 50. Yeah, here's what they need to do with the Switch 2. They really need those voucher things to come back. You know, we buy two, get reduced prices, but they haven't announced anything like that for the Switch 2. The Switch will not sell well, so Nintendo will drop the prices in Europe and Japan. Yeah, I was gonna say that was the Switch 1. So like I was saying, you get the Switch 1, and then you could get up to 14 games using the voucher system with $1,000. But the same $1,000, now you get the Switch 2. Well, you get the bundle that is for 500, and then assuming games, you know, let's be generous here and say that everything else is 70, and it's only Mario Kart that costs 80. What is that? What's 500 divided by 7? That's like 490 divided by 7, so that would be 70. Or so okay, yeah, you would get 7 games out of it. You would get half the amount of games for the Switch 2 with that same $1,000. But we don't know if there's going to be a voucher system for the Switch 2 yet. Like I said, they haven't announced anything. Maybe we have to wait. If there's a voucher system, then yeah, it would make things a lot better. You know, maybe make it so that buy 2 games, get it for 120 instead of, you know, buy 2 games, get it for 100. I think that'd be fair, maybe. That way they cost the actual regular price of a retail game. There'll be a lot of back market because once people play Mario Kart World and DK Banana, they will probably sell it. Well, you can't sell Switch 2 games, can you? I thought everything was like digital. Even the physical was like digital. I mean, the Switch will sell, Switch sell from the Switch because, there's only 2 games. We'll just have to wait. I mean, yeah, it's the birth of the new generation, so... whatever, you know, the whole lack of games thing we have to deal with, at the beginning of each generation. Even the Switch 1 had that problem where it was just like Breath of the Wild and not much else for like the first month. You know, eventually we very quickly got Mario Odyssey and like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Yeah, we don't have a Zelda or Mario scheduled. Other than, I mean, if you want to count it, the new Hyrule Warriors. Or the updated re-releases of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. The enhanced remakes, right, enhanced versions of the game. With no known additional DLC so far. What, WTF 750,000 levels? Oh yeah. I'm the rank 1 in the world. That's not a Zelda, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really like Hyrule Warriors all that much. I played it for like an hour, with a friend, and it was alright. Just no mainline Zelda, though. DLC of Echoes of Wisdom? Is there? I didn't even know that. I don't even have Echoes of Wisdom yet. And probably not gonna buy that for quite a while now. I still need to buy Jamboree as well. Remember when you could just like afford 300 games over the span of like 7 years? Like, look at this, look at this. Here's my like, actually it's like 270 games, but yeah. I have a big old digital collection. Hopefully most of it's going to be available on the Switch too. They said select Switch One games, but yeah. I don't think I'm going to be able to have such an impressive library on the Switch 2. But at least I can take at least some of my games. They said select Switch 1 titles will be available on the Switch 2. Yeah, that's how much I forgot about Echoes of Wisdom, that I didn't even know what its acronym was. I was like, oh, that's a Zelda game that released. You think it would have sold better if they released that Zelda game, you know, Echoes of Wisdom, on the Switch 2 as like a release title? Three minutes of ads. Well, most channels run at least 3 minutes of ads per hour. I will say that. I just usually have it in blocks. Also, whenever people mention ads, I tell them, go to the YouTube. Go to the YouTube that has no ads. Yeah, I do need money, so yeah, I do run ads. I think they should release the remake of Ocarina of Time with Nice Light to show the power of the Switch 2. Yeah, like a HD port of Ocarina of Time. That'd be interesting. We already have Ocarina of Time 3DS version or whatever. So they did actually, I mean, they did just re-release those. I shouldn't say just, because that was like 12 years ago. Dude, those games are 12 years old. The Ocarina of Time remakes, that's crazy. Or the Love Majora Mask. I heard they botched the remake for Majora's Mask. I never played it. I never played the OG either. But I did play Ocarina of Time, and I enjoyed it a lot. No, I did play Majora's Mask, actually, but then I never beat it. I think I just got busy and never decided to beat it. How could I? I've spent a lot more effort playing Ocarina of Time and randomizers. Let's just say that. So I've played my share of N64 Zelda, but more concentrated in randomizing Ocarina of Time. Oh my god, this level sucks. Might have to skip it. There we go, never mind. But yeah, I guess it has been 12 years. I guess they could remake Ocarina of Time. I mean, that was like one of the best games of all time, after all. But I doubt they would because we already have it on VC. Or not VC, whatever you call it. Switch Online. Although, I mean, that argument really can't be made that well, because they have Sunshine. They have 2 iterations of Sunshine now. Well, I guess, but, you know, if you missed picking up Sunshine, or Mario 64, then, during the 35th anniversary, then you can't get it. Like, what we have. Which, again, was stupid. I think that shouldn't have been a timed release. Also, Mario 35 should not have been a timed release either. They should have at least made it so that we had to pay for the game. Yeah, they're working on Link to the Past remake in the style of Echoes of Wisdom. No? Where did you get the source of that? You mean in the style of Link's Awakening remake? Which is technically where Echoes of Wisdom remake came from? When you purchase for $3, you were pissed to see Mario 64 and Sunshine on your online subscription. Yeah. It's mainly for buying Galaxy, I guess, now. Although they'll probably just remake that too. Well, I will say I did not buy the $50 expansion pass, so for me it was worth it. I don't have the enhanced like N64 games or anything like that, so at least you own it. Good luck on the Gambas. Feel free to spam that thing because that's how that works. Yeah. So I don't have the $50 version of the Nintendo Switch Online stuff. I have a $20 version, which comes with, you know, the NES and the SNES, but not N64 stuff. Star Force is basically, it comes from this game. It's a game called Maple Story. And I took that upgrade system and I put it into my chat. I ported it into my chat, since we're talking about ports. So it's a fun little minigame, quote-unquote fun. In the actual game, it's a lot of suffering. But in chat, it's more of an entertainment thing. Because it costs 1 instead of the cost it actually costs of the actual video game. What's that? It's just Maple is an MMO, and I took their upgrade system for upgrading your equipment. And yeah, like I said, I put it in my chat. It's a 2D side-scrolling platforming MMORPG. Very grindy game, you know. It is Korean. It's a Korean MMO. I did not get the momentum that I need here. There we go, we're finally there. You're a dev on a game that mixes 2D side-scrolling platform and top-down RPG. Nice. How does that work? Yeah, I like me some, well, I mean, I played 965,000 levels of Mario. So I do like me some 2D side-scrolling platforming. And I also do like RPGs, considering I'm also in the top, like, 10 of my class server combination. I'm like rank 7 Iran class out of everyone in the server in terms of highest leveled character in the server. So yeah, I've got the grinds on in that game too, on top of my grinding in this game. Although I don't actually grind in that game, I just do my dailies very consistently though. There's a side-scrolling, people on the walls of side-scrolling platformer, and the floor of the platforming is the wall for the top-down. Oh, nice. It's crazy. It sounds confusing, but I'd probably just have to see it or something. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sounds innovative. I'll say that. I haven't worked on a game since like college. I did I took a game programming class and it wasn't a very like it wasn't taught very well. Like we used like Pygame, Blender 3D, and Inform 7 And yeah, I don't think those were ideal. Other than that, me and a friend worked on very briefly back in like high school. We worked on the very game that I showed you, Maple, like well, not exactly Maple, but like we worked on like a fan version of it, kind of. It's very alpha-y. School's like that a lot of the time. Wait, school's like what a lot of the time? Currently, you're making a water temple where you change the gravity so the water changes. So the water change places and can go on the walls and ceiling. Oh, nice. Was it inspired from like Zelda's water temple or Ocarina of Times? Oh, gotcha. So I had a fish brain. I forgot what I was talking about like 2 minutes ago. Fish brain moment. But I will say that that class kind of turned me off from game deving or game programming. Also, I'd prefer to just do like data science stuff anyway. Dang, we're almost at 753K for Easy Endless here. We'll see if I want to hit it tonight. I'll read that in just a second. You made a new thing. It's called Dehydrated Water. It's like water. You have a swimming animation in it, and if you press the jump button, you swim like in Mario, but you don't get slow, so it's like Flappy Bird, so you basically have infinite jumps. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, I can envision that. That's pretty cool. So it's basically flying. Kind of. I think Adef described it nicely, where flying is just swimming in air. Yeah. Yeah, it's a different medium. So is the water itself like just floating in air? Actually, wait. It kind of reminds me of there are levels in like Mario itself where like bubbles, where it's just like floating bubbles, kind of. Or like in Kirby as well. I think they've done this too. Or there's just like water that's just kind of like in air, held up by nothing. And then you go in it, and then you get swimming physics. That kind of, yeah. So it's kind of like that, right? Usually it'll be in like bubble form. Electrocute the water and do stuff with water and electricity. Nice. So you said there were RPG elements, right? Is it gonna be like elemental damage? Is it gonna have like an elemental weakness as well? Yeah, like in Wonder. Yeah, I guess I did that in Wonder as well. I think there was a Wonder Seed that swapped air and water, right? I haven't played Wonder for like 2 years. But I think that was like in one of the levels. Oh yeah, if they have Mario Maker 3, people keep asking me like what they want in Mario Maker 3, and yeah, I keep forgetting Wonder's a thing. I think I'd prefer Wonder over 3D World if they were to like scrap 3D World. Mishap is a mix of small places and big stuff, so it's same vibe, but it's scrolling, side-scrolling places, top-down place. I see, yeah. Wait. I think you just described Zelda 2, right? In Zelda 2, you have your map, which is it's top-down. But then once you enter like a landmark, it switches to 2D side-scrolling, right? Something like that. But it's not a separate section. It's all like all mixed in the same places. Gotcha. Is that normal Mario Maker? Is what normal Mario Maker? Oh, difficulty? No, it's easy. I'm the rank 1 for easy endless. Total clears and world records. But ironically, somehow I'm in the top 10, and I can see this because I have a database for this. If I sort by world records, I'm in the top 10 for normal difficulty world records. How can't I get bored? I make money from streaming. Also, I do other things while I play. I like to chat. And like, I usually just have this like be like a background activity, and I like to just talk to chat and pay attention to chat mainly. So that's where I get my enjoyment. That's all good. I'm a grinder. Like, it's like any other Here's a little bit of background. I was the former rank 1 in the very game I showed you, MapleStory, for my class server combination, like 10 years ago, and that game is Grind City. And it's a lot, like, at the very least, Easy Endless is, you're doing more than what I was doing in that game. But in Maple, grinding for hours and hours and hours was literally the same damn thing. No difficulty. You know, easier than easy. And the top 1,000 for normal? Nice. Yeah, I didn't want to be in the top 1,000 for anything else because I didn't want an ugly medal. Bronze medal for anything else. In fact, I was top 1,000 for first players at one point, and then I was like, yeah, it looks ugly. You know, gold ribbon or bust. It's all good. And I play other games too, like I said. So it's not this all the time. Sometimes I do need, like, you know, to recharge my battery and play other games. Voice crack. But yeah. That's why I have like 300 games on the Switch. Also, if you look at twitchtracker.com/thieves, you can see all the games I've ever played on stream, which I think is at least like 30 to 50 of them. So it's not like I only do this. Spent like 3,000 on the Switch. Yeah, I mean, I did buy 300 games for the Switch, so I'm probably up there as well. But that was over the span of like 7 years. Or I guess 8 now. Yeah, what's like, I think I said it was about 270. 270 divided by 8 is like 135 divided by 4. I'm quick mathing in my head. That's about 140 divided by 4. 70 divided by 2. Yeah, about 35 games per year. Sounds like a lot. That's, I guess, 3 games a month. But, like, these games are, like, I don't know, like, you know, I usually get them on sale for, like, less than $10 each. Most of them. Or, like, $10 to $20-ish. I do have 23 either 23 or 24 of the best selling 25 Switch games. I think only missing Ring Fit and like Splatoon 2 because I have Splatoon 3.
Thank you for following.
Yo, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. No, not Splatoon 2. I have Splatoon 3. So there's no need to have Splatoon 2 if I have Splatoon 3. Also, I wasn't really that into the Splatoon series. I just kind of got it to have some of the more best-selling games. Where is it? Yeah, there it is. I have that one. Octo expansion is the best single-player experience of Splatoon. Is that in 2 or 3? I also never bought 1, but I do have 1, Splatoon 1 on my Wii U because of the I homebrewed the Wii U. You bought every Splatoon amiibo? Nice. I only have the Link amiibo. That's the only amiibo I have. I wanted to get the Ness one because of Smash, but I couldn't. That was my main in Smash. Or I just didn't want to bother finding it. I didn't care enough. I think I only bought the Link one because it was like one of the first ones. And I just wanted to try out the thing. And it was really common, the Link one. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And also, yeah, you could use it in Breath of the Wild as well, which is why I also got that. I think that's more specifically why I got that, because it had more than one use. That's the only amiibo I have. I just wanted to see what the hype was about, and yeah, it was alright. Because you could also use that in Skyrim. Remember, you could use that and get like a Zelda chest to pop up every day. Yeah, that was cool. So yeah, I feel like the Link one was the best one for your buck. Or like one of the best ones. But yeah. You know, since they released Skyrim on the Switch 1, I'm wondering if, now that the Switch 2 is powerful enough, I wonder if they're just gonna go ahead and release GTA, like, 5 or even 6 on the Switch 2. It needs more adult games. Honestly, I think the best way to buy GTA is probably the PC version for like the online experience. If you've ever seen like GTA RP and stuff like that. No way for the 6. Yeah, maybe not the 6, but maybe 5. I mean, 5 was on the, wasn't it on the 4? PS4. And the Switch 2 is more powerful, supposedly, than the PS4. Or it will be. I'd get GTA 5 on the Switch 2. I'd buy it again. I already have it on the 360? Yeah, I mean, that game was on the 360. So, 100% it should be better than a 360 game. Great level. Yeah, this level is time consuming. Why am I playing it? Amigos, yo, what's up? Oh, I never read that line. You have rarely, really rare ones in the top 4 rarest amiibos. Gotcha. Yeah, I never, like I said, I never really got into amiibos. But I get the appeal if you're like a collector. But I would cared more about the games themselves than the figures. But yeah, definitely the Link one, like I said, got a lot of mileage. You could use it in Smash. You could use it in, you could use it in, what is it, GTA 5? No, you can't use it in that game. You can use it in Skyrim though. And then you can use it in Breath of the Wild. I don't know if you could use it in Tears of the Kingdom or not. I never tried. Are you going to go? Bye. Alright, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Hope to see you around. Usually live at this time. Oh. Wait, what did you say? Oh, did you say you could or you should? Yeah, my bot just bans people who do that because they think you're backseating. You should buy an amiibo. Don't worry about the bot. He gets angry sometimes. It's only 20 seconds as well. And banned is the wrong word. More like timed out. Basically, I did that because I coded that in because people were like, when I was playing Mario Sunshine for the first time, people kept on suggesting what I could do or what I should do, and I was like, stop. And then I just coded that, and then they stopped doing that, or they got timed out. An Amiibo NFC emulator? Maybe. I just don't really use the Amiibo functionality all that much in games. I feel like the whatever you called has ward off. You know, it starts with an A. I don't know what word I was going for. Like antiquity or something? I don't know. Novelty, yeah, the novelty. I feel like the novelty has worn off from Amiibo. I mean, they've been out since like since the Wii U, which was like, you know, it's like been 12 years or so since that. Well, I guess it's Amiibo came out later on in the Wii U cycle. You could use it in Mario Maker 1, but not 2. Who killed the Wolf Link? You know that the Wolf Link amiibo gave you a stake on Tears of the Kingdom? Dang, it's kind of messed up. Didn't Wolf Link give unlock like a challenge mode or something like that in like one of the other games? I can't remember. Was it like Twilight Princess HD or something?
Nut.
Nice nut. Breath of the Wild will give you a Wolf Link companion. Oh, I didn't know that. I forgot what the Link amiibo did, just regular Link amiibo in Breath of the Wild, if it even had any functionality. Did Tears of the Kingdom even have amiibo support? Probably move it in Breath of the Wild because flying in Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom does have amiibo support. We never got DLC for Tears of the Kingdom, right? I wonder if they're gonna do something with that with the enhanced version. They could do that. I release all stages in amiibo. I don't even remember most of them. Said no DLC. But they're still updating the game though. I mean, who knows? Dude, they should have done more with Mario Maker 2, man. I'm upset that they stopped after 2 updates, but I think it's because of COVID. And then they just kind of forgot about the game. Working on the next Zelda instead. Yeah, probably. I want them to go back to form. Like, you know, we've already had 2 games where we were on the same map, and yeah, they were great games, but like, you know, we don't need another like super open world. Give us something that's more like, you know, Ocarina of Time, or like, Twilight Princess, something like that. Still, yeah, it would be cool if we still had, like a big map and stuff like that, like a big ass field. Like, you can still have that, but also just give us like classical dungeons, that'd be great. And not shrines, you know, those are like mini dungeons, and they were still fun, but it would be cool if they had like, I don't know, like 20 like Omega dungeons or something like that. You know, that they are making a Link to the Past remake, because the studio that make Link Awakening and Echoes said they are working on that. Oh, crazy. Yeah, I didn't know that. So it sounds like they're just working on a remake right now, though. That tends to be their thing. Like, they'll have one team probably work on a remake, and then another team work on, like, the new game. Something like that. And they seem to be alternating between old and new Zelds. I would have liked, as well, if they redid, the Oracle games. I mean, Link's Awakening, with that as the base, would make perfect sense for them to do the Oracle games. Just release it as one big Oracle game. And just, like, give us the Link, version of the game. Be cool. Don't have us buy 2 games. Games already cost like $1 billion already. Or it would be cool if they just found a way to like link, you know, like set it up so that the overworld contains both regions, and you can freely go between them, and just like make it like a remake of the game. That'd be interesting. A changed version of the game that allows you to go back and forth between both. I don't know. That's just an idea. You'd have a lot of items to work with in that game, too. Well, then again, okay, yeah, maybe some, like, Oracle of Ages items would break Oracle of Seasons and vice versa. Maybe it would be best to keep them separately, but it would be cool if they found a way to incorporate them. But a lot of the items are the same. I need to charge my phone. Oh my god, 15% battery? No way. You know, speaking about past games coming back, it is interesting that they decided to put Pokemon Colosseum and XD Gale of Darkness in, you know, their GameCube games. Because I wonder how that's gonna work, like, in terms of, like, incorporating Pokemon Home? If they're gonna go that route? That'd be interesting. But they made no such mention. And it's the first time they, like, you know, on the Switch, re-released those games. Or on a console, I should say, since we got the red, blue, yellow, gold, silver, crystal games on the 3DS. They never ported that to the Switch for whatever reason, even though they should have. Speaking about Pokemon, I noticed that all Pokemon will finally be available on the Switch now. Finally. Like, some of the lines from Generation 5 and 6 were kind of locked in Pokemon Home, but I noticed that those missing lines are now available to put in ZNA, or ZA. Going back to that thing about no DLC for Tears of the Kingdom, I mean, they could change their mind, by the way. The reason I say that is because, I mean, the thing about all the time Sakurai has said no more, he's never gonna work on another Smash game ever again, and then, you know, and then he works on another Smash game. That's just how it is. Look at what she's working on, that Kirby game, that Air Riders game. I'm excited about that. Probably gonna be the second Switch game I buy. Switch 2 game. Alright, guys, I think that's my time for tonight. I think we'll come back to this tomorrow. I want to go take a shower really badly, so I'm gonna go do that. Thanks all for stopping by. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Have a good rest of your night or day or whatever it is. And be back online tomorrow. You know how it